So today what I want to talk about are the three defining moments of Fifth Element. So I when I think of Fifth Element Media, it's kind of broken into like three chapters. There are three exact moments where I double down and I decide I'm going all in. I've never really thought to not go all in with this, but your mind kind of drifts and wanders and you get into these seasons where you start second guessing and maybe you think you're all there, but you're really not in as much as you should be. So these are three defining moments, not only for Fifth Element, but for me in my life in deciding what I wanted to do. And I'm gonna get into these. So I started Fifth Element when I was 18. I just got out of high school. The whole game plan was go play college football. I played football for 10 years, and that really wasn't going to work out, especially because we graduated during COVID. I had no idea what was going on. All I knew is that I wanted to put my time into something that was rewarding because I was a grinder. I've always been a grinder. So I started a business. I had no idea what I was going to do. I just knew that I was interested in like cameras and media. So I just created a company called Fifth Element Media. And I happened to get some clients that happened to be franchisees because my brothers worked in the franchise space through construction. They connected me with people. It went well. But the whole first year, almost year and a half of Fifth Element, I had this fire in me to do something great, but I didn't know how to like channel it into anything. But it was pissing me off. I wanted to do something big. And I ended up getting a few clients, but then I was just drifting and I was like, do I really want to do this whole social media thing? Do I even want to work in paid ads? Until the first moment, which was October 2nd, 2021, my dad passed away. Now, this is the only thing I could hold on to. The only thing that I was doing that I could feel growth in was Fifth Element. I didn't feel like I was doing a bunch of stuff in my personal life. I didn't have anything else going on. And the moment he passed away, when I was standing there in the hospital, that day I decided I'm going all in on this. I'm growing it as much as I can. I'm going to do it for him. I'm going to do it for me. And that was the first moment that I really got serious. And over the next kind of couple years, Fifth Element more than doubled and tripled. It went from me just making like 2 grand a month at the time to I grew it all the way to 30 grand a month, which was huge for me at the time. Now, the next moment was a couple years later. I was in Hawaii. It was August 1st, 2023. And I was proposing to my girlfriend, my now wife, Morgan. I proposed to her on the beach, and I was still in college. We were supposed to go back for our senior year the next week. And when I proposed to her, it was like it was this cool moment where you kind of, when these big moments in life happen, you're able to like take a step back and like audit everything and be like, am I really happy with what I'm doing? I was extremely happy, obviously, but I got this email from one of our clients, and he said something like, Tristan, I'm a super connector. There's a ton of business coming your way. I just connected with you a bunch of people. I hope you're ready to take this on. And I had to make a decision of, do I go back to college for my last two semesters, or do I go all in on Fifth Element? Because at the time I was making like 30 grand a month, but I was still in school full time. And I know it sounds like a silly decision. For other people, they could probably make the decision pretty easy. But for me, it was a really big decision. When I went to college, my dad was still alive. He was expecting me to graduate. He was involved with my decision making to go to Boise State. And there was part of me that felt like I owed him and my parents to finish. But he was an entrepreneur. He wouldn't have cared about that. All he cared about was, am I happy? Am I grinding? Am I doing the thing I want to do? And that was the exact moment for the second time that I doubled down and said, I'm going all in on this. I'm dropping out of school. I dropped out of school immediately, came back, got back home from Hawaii, got straight to work. And over the next year, from August 1st, 2024 to August 1st, 2025, I was able to take my agency from 25, 30 grand a month to over $80,000 a month. I also got married, and man, it's crazy what you can do in 12 months. Now, I actually got to 80 grand a month faster than August 1st, 2025. I was actually floating between 80 and 90. all year between like January to December of 2025. So the proposal was August 2023. Took me about a year. Going to 2024, started ramping up like crazy. I had 12 months of just deep focus. I wasn't in school anymore. And then coming into 2025, I kind of floated around the same amount all year. Now, the third defining moment for me, where I said, this is what I'm meant to do. I'm going all in on this no matter what. I'm removing all roadblocks. I'm dead set on making this successful, was New Year's this year. So a month and a half ago. I had a couple weeks of clarity. I got to step back from my business and really think about what I really wanted. I know what I want. I'm growing Fifth Element. Our immediate goal is 200,000 in monthly recurring revenue, and then taking this to 10 million in annual recurring revenue. That is what I'm dead set on. I'm back into this amazing headspace of all in. I have the most positive energy around me right now. I'm the deepest into my faith I've ever been. I feel connected with the people that work here, with my clients, my partners, and I am just full of energy and excited to execute on these goals. So I look forward to making another video like this in the future. But those were the three kind of defining moments for me in Fifth Element that got my energy back, got my spark back. And to wrap this whole thing up, I went over 5 minutes, which is comical. Don't get lost in your business. Actually, let me reword that. I think it's okay to kind of get lost in the business, because there's going to be those moments that pull you back in. And when you're going through the mud, you're going through the hard stuff, like that's quite literally the point. That is the point. Like that's why it's hard. That's what makes it rewarding. And you don't need to beat yourself up when stuff gets hard. Just stick to it. Stay consistent. Keep showing up. It will happen eventually. And I know for a fact, with the amount of effort and consistency I put in, we will get to 200,000 a month. We will get to 10 million a year. It'll take some time, but I'm going to stay consistent, trust the process, enjoy the process, and keep on grinding. Thanks for listening.